Fables of La Fontaine. Man and the Wooden Idol. A certain pagan had a god of wood. Deaf was the idol, yet had ears enough. The pagan promised to himself much good. It cost as much as 3 men, for his fears induced repeated vows and offerings. Fat oxen crowned with garlands and such things. Never an idol, think of that, boasted of victims half as fat. Yet all this worship brought no grace, treasure, or legacy, or luck at play. What's more, if any single storm came near the place, this man was sure to have to pay. Yet all the time the god dined well. Now, was this fear? At last, impatient at the costly care, he takes a crowbar, and the idol smashes, crashes. Forth comes a stream of gold. I feasted you with offerings manifold, and you were never worth an obelisk to me. Now leave, he said, my hospitality, seek out another altar. I hold thee one of those gross and stupid creatures, with wicked and untoward natures, whose gratitude can never grow, but after many a heavy blow, the more I gave, the less I got. I own it's very well I changed my tone. Well, there you have it. And what's all this about? Well, this pagan, non-Christian, he buys a wooden idol, a statue of a god, and he prays to him. He buys fat oxen to sacrifice to this wooden god, and flowers, things like that. And he makes offerings, fresh fruit, whatever offerings they do. And there was never an idol who had as much offerings given to it that this man offered to this wooden idol. But all of this worship, he didn't get any money. He didn't have any children. When he gambled, he always lost. And if there was a storm or something like that, he wasn't warned. He couldn't protect himself. And he had to pay damages when storms came through, things like that. But all the while, he kept praying to this idol. He kept offering. And eventually, he gets impatient. He takes a crowbar and he smashes the idol. And lo and behold, the idol is hollow. And inside, it's filled with gold coins. So the gold coins stream out of this idol. And the man is very perplexed at all this. And he says, I don't understand. I was so nice to you. I offered you so many things. I prayed to you. I treated you so nice, and you didn't give me a penny. An obelisk, a very small coin in ancient Greece. So get out of here. You're useless to me. I don't need this type of person. You're one of these idiots who has no gratitude. But once I start hitting you, then you start being nice. And I don't need that. And the more I gave you, the less I got, because I was just wasting my money. And it was only until I became violent and angry and hit you with the crowbar, then you start being nice to me. So, that's a very interesting story and very true. And when I had my daughter here, I would be very nice to her and I would ask her to do her chores. And her being a child and being human, of course, we don't want to do work when we can play. But all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy, they say. We have to work. That's life. In life, we have to do a lot of things we don't want to do. That's just human nature. That's life. If you want to eat, you have to work. Everything is not just going to be fun and games and play, but if you master your mind and you do what you have to do, even if it's unpleasant, if you want to have a healthy body, you have to eat good, healthy food, you have to exercise, you have to get good rest. Nobody wants to exercise. Sometimes you have to force yourself and you sit there for 30 minutes saying, oh my God, come on, get motivated, let's go exercise. And sometimes you look at the healthy food and you're just like, oh man, I'm so sick of this healthy stuff. Why can't I just have a Big Mac? And sometimes you should go to bed, but oh, I'm watching this show. It might not even be a good show. It might just be a waste of time, but it's easy to sit there and relax and not go to bed at a proper time. Things like that. If you want to have a successful business, you have to do the work. You have to work extra time. You have to make sure everything is going. If it was easy, everybody would do it, but they don't. So you have to master your mind. Your mind controls everything, controls your body, controls what you do. Nobody wants to do what they don't feel like doing. But if you control your mind and you know that this is what you should be doing, and you can self-motivate and get yourself to do what you're supposed to do, that's the secret to a successful life. And when people are nice, and with my daughter, I would ask her nicely, I would remind her now's the time. And I'd also say, look, if I have to get angry to get you to do something, you know you're going to have to do it. Better to do it when everybody's friendly and everything is nice, rather than I get angry and then you have sore, hurt feelings, and then we have bad energy and things like this. And my daughter understood this, and she would generally do what she had to do. It was very rare, almost never would I have to get angry, but just explain and guide and things like that. And it's very important that you have gratitude and you keep a level mind and think about things and do things while the spirit is pleasant and nice and positive. Otherwise, you might end up in a terrible situation where you get yourself into abusive types of relationships. If you never do anything and you never show any gratitude until somebody is shouting and screaming, or worse, until there's violence, and then you start doing what you should have done, you're going to teach people how to treat you. And if they know that there's no sense being nice to you and there's no sense asking nicely, and that the only way you're going to do something is when they shout at you, or worse, if they start threatening you with violence, or worse, they start using violence, and then you're going to do something, then you might get yourself trapped in a pattern of abusive type relationships. And once you set up this pattern, it's very difficult to break it. That's a very extreme example, but better to do what you know you have to do. Control your mind. When someone's asking you nicely, keep it nice. If somebody does something nice for you, it's very easy to say, I deserve this, But if someone's doing something nice, show some gratitude. Reciprocate. Do something nice for them. If they do nice things for you and you never reciprocate, and worse, if you are you show no gratitude and you act entitled, well, people are going to get fed up with that. They're going to stop being nice to you. They're going to stop doing nice things for you. And the next thing you know, they're going to probably be angry and feel used. And when they thought so highly of you, they're going to change their opinion. And then things could turn worse. There could be yelling involved. There could be violence involved, something like that. So try to be gracious, show gratitude. If you're getting, if people are being nice to you that you aren't interested in, still be very nice and polite and kind and pleasant and explain, look, thank you very much, but, you really shouldn't. I don't really want this type of situation or something like that. Because you don't really deserve things for no reason. It's people want to treat you nice. They don't have to treat you nice. And if they feel that they've been taken advantage of, it's not going to be good for anybody. Anyway, if you have anything you'd like to add, down below, please. Till next time, goodbye. Love you.